Hello and welcome to the podcast.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew this was a real podcast.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay. Yay.
So, hello from the other side of the country.
Yeah. We're in Ottawa right now, visiting.
We are.
Visiting me, Lindsay.
My dear old sister.
You've heard about me.
Yes.
Now I'm finally on this.
The
Yes.
lady, the legend.
The one who left us behind.
Oh, shush. She's
Yeah,
moved on to
yeah.
bigger and better things.
Like another bakery.
It's a better bakery.
Yeah, it is probably a better bakery.
A little bit.
God damn it.
No one just spontaneously leaves after a week
Or
of employment.
humanly combusts into flame.
No, but we've got Miss Know-It-All.
Oh no, I hate that person.
Yeah. Miss Know-It-All who can either overbake or underbake, so... No, like...
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. Well, let's get into our weeks. Tanner, what's good, brother?
I mean, I've been working pretty non-stop for the past 3.5 weeks because every time I booked off a day, I was booking off to do something else. So I booked a day off for Anime Fest, and then I booked a day off for a wedding, and I booked all this time off here, which meant they had to fill all the days I didn't have booked off with me working.
Fun. So in that time that you were not working, was there anything? Did you watch anything? Play anything?
I've been slowly watching.
Kill anything?
No, I haven't killed anyone yet. I've been watching some of the new television shows, the return television shows, because it's peak TV season again. And man, peak TV is really hitting me hard this season, because there really are too many good shows to watch all of them at once. I told myself I was going to give Arrow and Flash another try this season, but I'm not. I'm not going to bother, because there's not enough time. Some stuff, like, if I know it's probably going to show up on Netflix at some point, then I'm not even going to bother with it. I'll just wait until I have time and everything else is kind of slowed down. Because I don't want to be spending all of my time watching TV. I'm a huge slut for TV, but I don't want to spend all of my time watching TV.
There is a lot of TV out there.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you did watch?
Let's see.
Like a little town.
Yeah,
Called
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Riverdale is back again. We recorded. The three of us used to have a little YouTube vlog series, but we've decided to convert that into a podcast for this season. And the podcast is going to be called The Maple Syrup Report. It is not available as of this recording because Ryan hasn't emailed me the audio file yet.
I'm trying to do that right now.
Okay.
I may have to do that after.
Okay.
Because this is, it's kind of wacky.
The more we do it, the more of an exact science it will become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That was pretty much. I've been playing a lot of phone games. There's a new Digimon game for mobile phone that's called Digimon Links.
Ooh.
It's nice.
Yeah. I'll have to look later. Yeah, I guess we'll go into my week next. Well, I was mostly working. Between working, I was also watching season 4 of BoJack Horseman. It ended on a high note. It keeps doing that. So,
only to drive it
only
back
to
into tragedy.
really, drag you back down to earth and be like, hey, life sucks.
Oof.
But it also has like the most accurate episode on how it feels to have depression. So I appreciate that they didn't just like dance around it. Like, no, they just fucking went head first into the episode that's called Stupid Piece of Shit.
Gee.
And the first line in that episode is BoJack waking up saying, "You stupid piece of shit." So it's both funny and also like, oh, I had those days.
Yeah. I think everyone has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the other day my mom was pretty much saying that everyone's always had depression to a certain degree. It's just only recently people have started opening up about it.
Yeah. But, like, it ended on a high note, but this one kind of feels like it could actually stay a bit on a high note.
Ah.
That's good.
But it's BoJack, so don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. BoJack is probably one of the most self-destructive characters on television ever.
Dang.
So I'm gonna be careful around that.
Okay.
Other than that, I still have to figure out what the hell I'm gonna watch next.
How about seasons 2 and 3 of Voltron?
That's
And
a
4.
good idea.
Because that came out this week.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
might crush Voltron now that I'm out of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got laid off this week. Like day before I flew out here, it was just like, oh yeah,
Are you
here's
allowed
your.
to talk about that?
Fuck it.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't, just because you don't want to screw up a chance of getting back in.
Well,
But, like-
I'm just saying I got laid off.
Okay. No,
And
yeah, I
it was,
guess.
like
I guess.
the day before, it was this circumstance. So
You're right.
Rip.
You're right.
And yeah, flew out here. The flight. Well, we'll talk about the
We'll
flight.
fight after. Lindsay,
Yeah.
how's
Yeah.
your week been?
Well,
How's your like several months been?
Yeah.
You left in what? May, June.
June.
Yeah.
Give us the play-by-play.
Yeah.
okay. So back in June, I quit my job at Walmart, moved in with Dad, because Dad was living like way down over by Depot Division, trying to get up to that Walmart would have been insane.
Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moved in with him. We packed up everything within like a day,
Yeah.
Damn.
and then we moved with Brookfield. And I eventually learned that their full name is Brookfield Global Integrated Solutions, and we're both like, that sounds like a private military contractor,
Yeah.
like some company that does bad shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're interesting. And then we drove. We went first to the grandparents to drop off the cat, because she wouldn't be a good traveler and she'd be stuck in the box of the truck the entire way there.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. So that yeah.
Yeah, no, she went and
No. And then we went down, we stopped in Killarney for a night to visit Dad's relatives, and then we crossed the border because Killarney is like 10 minutes
Yeah.
from the border.
Really close.
Yeah. And then we go through the states. We go through North Dakota. And then we stayed the night at, Minneapolis, St. Paul,
The Twin Cities.
the Twin Cities. And the hotel there was nice because Dad managed to get us 2 rooms, one for him, one for me.
Nice.
And they both had king-size beds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The spread eagle.
Yeah. I, not knowing what to do
Oh, it's
with...
so tempting to put Spread Eagle across the block right there. I might just have it like a little bit in the background. Keep going.
Yeah. But,
Next it was to Chattown.
yeah, went to Chicago, which is like going from Regina to Chicago is like I'm on another planet, because that is an actual city. Like, holy shit, this city just goes forever. All I see is skyscrapers, and we're staying downtown too,
Nice.
in a very scrawny old hotel that was built in the 30s. So the room that we were in was very tiny, and the toilet was really loud, and there was only one bed. So Dad got the bed, and I got
The toilet.
no, I got like a camp bed or whatever, and I was kind of like folded into it, but it was still a pretty good night. We went to see the Cubs, and they were playing the Padres, and they won. It was actually a pretty good game, and the crowd was pretty good. And
Crowds were pretty good at Wrigley.
yeah. Then we went over and had supper, a very late supper at a Mexican restaurant that was run by actual Mexicans.
Nice.
So
Oh.
it was good. I had the pollo con mole, so it's like chicken and the mole sauce. And Dad had something else, I forget, but he had
a burrito.
all of the nacho chips before the complimentary nacho chips. It was almost like going to Olive Garden and having all the breadsticks before you have the actual meal.
Load up on nachos.
Yeah.
Riba.
So he was very full by the end. He was like, no mas, no mas.
Dios míos, no más.
So, spent the night. Then in the morning, we went for a bit of a walk around the Chicago River. So you got like the lake, and then there's a river that goes through, and there's some canals. That's where they did a lot of the shooting for like the Batman movies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because Chicago is a pretty much just Gotham.
Yeah, I believe they use like Chicago, Pittsburgh, and
Anything that
somewhere
looks
else.
like gothic-y and industrial at the same time, they'll go with that for Gotham. And then, like, Metropolis is just New York.
Yeah.
They're not even hiding it, it's New York.
Yep.
Right now in like film, Atlanta's been like the place.
Well,
Yeah,
they have
seems like
really great tax incentives
Yeah.
and all that.
You get some nice tax breaks.
Yeah. So, anyway, we walked around for a bit. We went to Navy Pier. There wasn't really anything going on, and I think there was a volleyball tournament going on because you see all these girls with, like, the knee pads and volleyball stuff. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we went down to the Fields Museum. It's one of the biggest, like, natural history museums in America. Excellent exhibits. They have this massive taxidermy exhibit with all sorts of different animals. Like, just the bird section alone is massive.
Huh.
Yeah. Papa would like it. He likes his birds. But they also got some really cool creatures like the lions of Savo. They were these man-eating lions from the 1890s in Kenya. Yeah, that were hunting these railway workers. They were working on a railway between Nairobi and Mombasa. And, yeah, it got pretty bad. Really bad.
Yeah. I can
There's a
imagine.
movie made about them. And they were very unique lions because they're both male lions, but they have no manes. And
Gay.
or maybe so testosterone fields, or also the area has a lot of thorn bushes, so
Yeah.
try getting a mane through thorn bushes. It would not be fun. They were also ridiculously smart. Anyway, so Lions of Saba were there. They have a great first Native Americans section, mostly focusing on everything from like the Mississippi South.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we tried to go to this one... Wait, no, that was back in Minneapolis. It was a fort there on the Mississippi, but it was closed for the day. So, yeah, we just, like, did a bit of walking around and then we left. But, yeah, back in Chicago, we did the Fields Museum, and right next to the Fields Museum is Soldier Field, where the Bears play.
Yep.
So, Dad got a picture.
Which is a hollow ground in
NFL.
Chicago.
Yeah, that's like my dad when he went to the stadium in Seattle because he's a Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
Good
And so
fan.
I don't know what the place is actually called. 'Cause he
CenturyLink
just-
Field.
Okay, yeah, because he just kept referring to it as the holy place.
It is a pretty holy place. Yeah.
So, yeah. Went to Chicago, and then we left. We went south, Run Lake, to... We didn't go through Detroit. We went through nearby. But Dad, in his infinite wisdom, falls asleep at one point. Not while driving, but, like, he gets tired at a certain point, and he's like, okay, Lindsay, you take over. And it's the rainiest part, it's the most traffic-heavy part, and for whatever reason, like, okay, you can drive down the road on the prairies, and you will hardly see any roadkill or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know that there's probably some kills out there, like a few raccoons, maybe a deer or whatever. In the United States, there's deer like every couple hundred meters.
Yikes.
They get got.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the frick is going on with this place? Do they not have that cleanup crew that just does the roadkill? God.
I mean, generally, the cleanup crew around, like, the bald prairie of where we are,
it is vultures.
it is both vultures and the sun.
Yeah.
Coyotes.
And coyotes.
Nature's its own cleanup crew.
Dingoes.
Dingoes. Well, those are down the.
Australia.
Very
I'm sure
south.
there are some dingoes in Canada.
Those dingoes are just coyotes.
I'm almost certain there are dingoes in Saskatchewan.
Someone brought dingoes to Saskatchewan.
Probably.
Nah. Anyway, so traffic was heavy. At one point, we got stuck on the highway because super busy. Dad got impatient and decided to do the very prairie thing of turn out onto the big ditch in between the roads to go back. So we doubled back and we ended up passing the entire jam up on a whole bunch of back roads. And we eventually got to the border crossing, crossed over into Canada, stayed at my Uncle Jack's for the night. And then we drove up to Brampton, where Dad's cousin Carol lives. And then we got here and we stayed in a hotel. And then we took possession the next day. And now we're here.
And that was 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And you remember it all perfectly.
Damn.
Nice.
Did you have to drive on the 401? The beast?
Only for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was
go
not going towards Toronto.
Did you have to do a barrel roll across 8 lanes of traffic in order to get to the proper exit?
It's a dream of mine to go on the 401 the whole way and want to die the whole time.
You are a foolish man.
I am a foolish man.
That's something that Bum would say.
Yeah.
That's today on Mythbusters, we're going to see if the 401 can legally be called a road.
Yeah, so got here and then it was unpacking, and eventually I got my job at Metro, and we tried to do Canada Day, but the weather was terrible because it stormed.
Yeah.
It was hot and it rained.
I am so over everything that has to do with Canada 150.
Yeah.
It's almost done. We're almost at 151.
Is that when we can catch Mew? I'll get back into Pokemon Go solely if they make a Mew event that only happens in Canada for Canada 151 on July 1st.
That would be neat.
No, I'm over Canada 150 because everyone's been freaking jacking off about it everywhere. It's it was over by March for me. I was sick of it. But then we've also got a promotion going on in work, which is I'm sure it's a fun promotion. I mean, the prizes are really cool because there's a truck and a trip to Machu Picchu or something, but it's a 150-day long promotion. So it's been going on for the past, around the time you left, Lindsay.
Oh, God.
It has been going on. And we're getting so tired, we're just chocolate? And the customer's no, please. I have stacks of chocolate. I've tried to be nice to you guys and buy chocolate every time I get through, but now you've built a shed out of chocolate bars to house the chocolate bars that I have purchased from you guys. But it's really good chocolate. It is genuinely good chocolate. It's the world's best chocolate that the Girl Scouts will sell.
Oh.
And
God.
one time a person came through and I was do you want to buy the chocolate bar for the conference? No, the chocolate's not that good. And I almost threw a box at them.
Oh.
How dare you? I mean, I'm sick of it too. If I had to eat 500 boxes a month, but this is the best chocolate I've tasted.
Wow.
They have mint meltaways, which are the only I like chocolate and mint together, but I rarely actually like it in practice because you get junior mints. Those things are nasty because it's just chocolate covered toothpaste.
Yeah.
But the mint meltaways are they're mint infused chocolate and they really do melt away, and it's the essence of mint, and it fills your entire system and clears your sinuses and waters your crops. It's great.
Sounds fake and I don't like it.
You know what else I'm sick of for Canada 150?
What?
Is the goddamn new $10 bills. That I shouldn't even call the new $10 bills because they're just limited edition. They're these silly $10 bills that just look like fan art of Canadian founding people. We've got 4 randos who haven't even gotten money, I think, except for Mac, and because he was on the original $10 bill. And yeah, sure, he was the first Prime Minister, but he was also a binge drinker. I don't think he accomplished that much greatness. They're really ugly. They don't look like real money. And I am of the same opinion of all the vending machines and self-serve tills. Because since these are temporary bills, they're going to be gone in like another 6 months. No one has bothered to update the programming in any of these machines. So you try and stuff the $10 bills in for Canada 150, and the machine's like, nah, bitch, that ain't a legal tender. And so I have to go and scrounge through all of our tills to find new $10 bills to give to the people who are going through the self-serve tills. But I can't because everyone is giving us their new $10 bills because they don't want them. They want to get the old $10 bills. And I'm flying through here like, I can't find any. I think one time I just came back with a handful of loonies. So I was like, fuck these goddamn $10 bills. Yo.
And this is why I don't use physical money anymore.
So in conclusion, I'm very hyped for Viola Desmond to come save the day once again when she is on the $10 bills. And she'll be the real new $10 bill. Not some janky Canada 150 limited edition BS.
Cool.
And scene.
Yeah. So I did come back for a little bit for Thawne.
Yep.
And oh yeah, when are you gonna put up that Dream Daddy?
Well, now that is in my court. The ball is now in my court. So now that I have time,
You can edit
I
it.
can now edit it and do stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ryan, I might just start paying you to edit my shit.
Yeah, maybe. I would like that.
Set up a Patreon, Ryan.
I'll edit your shit. Not good. But it will be edited.
You want that premium YouTube poop experience?
Damn,
Boy!
damn, son. It's gonna get done.
You should have got that hat that said boy.
No, I didn't like it. I was just like, this is terrible. I hate this. Look at this.
I loved it. It was perfect for you.
No.
What if
I'll,
it was
I'll
spelled...
go to Lids and have a custom made
What if it was
one.
spelled B-O-I?
That, now we're talking. Boy.
What?
Boy.
Because see, we're in a bilingual city now, so you have to reconsider anything that might look weird. 'Cause maybe it's not weird, maybe it's just French.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So what's been up with the last week?
Well, similar to Tanner, I had to do a lot of work to make up for the days I was gonna miss, which wasn't a lot. I still ended up working on like the first day that you were here, or the first 2 days.
And you're working on the day we're leaving.
Yeah.
But at least not until after we leave.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
I'm
Yeah.
doing the closing shift.
Yay.
And I've been taking a course. It's the Intro to Archives and Records Keeping.
Yay!
And then come January, I'll do most of the rest of it. Guy who runs it says that it shouldn't take more than 2 years. If you get to 3 years, you're doing it wrong.
God.
Yeah.
And you get to work in the monolith that is the archives building.
Yeah. It is a big, imposing building.
Yeah.
There's some real nice buildings and some real buildings here.
Like there are three kind of buildings in like the city part of Ottawa, like the very urban part of Ottawa. Because you've got like the old cathedral style buildings. Because like almost everything here is halfway to a castle, even if it's only like a little 2-story thing. You can hold church services in there and no one would be the wiser. Then you've got the newer like glass spires that you'd expect to see in something like New York. And then you just have the big gray slabs.
These Minecraft buildings.
Yeah.
And then you have something like the U.S. Embassy that is an actual just bunker if you're looking at it from Parliament across the river.
It's
And also
low,
if you're
it's
looking
got-
at it from right in front of it.
Yeah.
It's low, it's in the ground, it's heavily guarded.
One way in, no way out.
At least the Kuwait, or wait, was it the Kuwait embassy?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Kuwait.
the
Yeah,
Kuwait-
at least the Kuwait embassy has like some aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
It's got like
Yeah.
swoops and domes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Thought it was pretty interesting.
Watch anything?
What have I been watching? It's mostly just been YouTube stuff. Like, I watch a little show called Crash Course, mostly for their history stuff, because it's good. They're now doing a multi-parter on Otto von Bismarck. Woo! Yeah, there's the Great War series, which is like every week. they do a week by week update of what's going on during World War One.
Ooh.
Like equivalent to that week. So yeah, we're at year 3.
Ooh, damn.
And how long was it? 5?
4.
Okay.
So yeah, next year's the last year, but yeah.
And then they'll probably move on to World War II.
Yeah, and oh crap, 20 years later, something like that.
Well, maybe they'll do a time skip.
Maybe. For like the 80th or 90th.
Maybe do the Spanish Civil War first.
Yeah, that was a big lead up, or they could do stuff in like the Chinese Civil War.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was several decades.
Yeah.
Like, they include World War II in the Chinese Civil War. Other than that, yeah, I haven't been really watching a lot of stuff. I know Dad watched, like, a Ken Burns series on the Vietnam War. I heard most of it. Didn't actually watch it. And, I will say that Vietnam had some of the best soundtrack.
It does.
Yeah.
Thankfully for the time.
Yeah. And yeah, that's mostly been it. I live a fairly boring life, Ryan.
Guess what? Don't we all?
Yeah.
But someone out there found that highly interesting. And
15 people.
Yes. 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 Anyways.
How about some news?
Let's get into some news. You guys talk about something I don't give a fuck about while I use the washroom.
Oh, God.
Y'all got this! Yeah!
God.
Go team!
There might just be 5 minutes of dead space. You have to edit it out.
You just talk. Talk about something. There's gotta be something I don't give a fuck about that you found.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one story about how Constantine's gonna be bisexual.
John Constantine, Hellblazer boy from the DC comics. Remember that Keanu Reeves movie that was kind of eh? Well, they made a TV show about it, and it was also meh, and so they canceled it. But then they decided, you know what? Let's try and fuse this together with the Arrowverse 2. And so Constantine got a cameo on Arrow, and now he's getting an animated series on CW Seed, and apparently he's also showing up again in, what did you say, Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
And he will be bisexual, canonically, finally.
Woo!
Yay! The flyest of bis.
Oh, apparently there was a pre-release, or on Hulu Marvel, Runaways panel. Okay, so this is at New York Comic Con.
Oh, right. Runaways is starting soon.
Yeah, they had a, I guess they did a bit of a preview for the first episode, and according to the Mary Sue, it was awesome.
Yay! Runaways was like the first comic series I actually followed. It's currently the only Marvel comic series I'm following at the moment. I haven't read the latest issue though because it came out while we were on vacay.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to go down to comic readers before we left. But let's see. Yeah, that is on Hulu, which is not even in Canada. So unless it shows up on Netflix or Crave, that's something I'm gonna have to watch illegally.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Look at what you make us Canadians do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wonder why piracy is such a problem.
Yeah.
What else? What else is going on? There's a Star Wars trailer, but
that's something with Ryan.
Yeah.
Have you been reading anything lately, Lindsay?
I've been getting through Carmella.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
I brought that for you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. What's been going on in YA world?
Let's see. I mean, I don't know any recent news for YA because I haven't gone on book Twitter in so long. Like, I'm so over Twitter, but I do need to find somewhere where I can get books and comic book news, just so I'm still sort of in the loop.
There's got to be, like, some publishers.
There probably is. Publisher blogs, or if I follow the right people on Goodreads. But currently for what I'm reading This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab.
Okay.
Which is, well, first off, V.E. Schwab is a very prolific writer who writes a lot of YA and just straight up adult fantasy.
Cool.
And so I'm glad to finally be getting into her stuff, and I'm liking it. It's sort of a vampire novel. It's really hard to explain, and part of that is because the exposition does not really kick in until, like, well, no, it kicks in from the beginning, but then it's so spread out throughout everything that happens in the book. And so I really didn't have a clear idea of what was even going on with this world until 120 pages in. Now, unfortunately, that's still, on the one hand, that's only a quarter in. So it's still like 3/4 of the book devoted to just the character and plot. But on the other hand, that's 126 pages where I didn't have a clear idea of what was going on. So even with really good characters, a part of my mind was always going, but what the hell are you talking about? But hopefully I'll be able to finish that book before we leave, and then I can start reading on the plane Spinning Out, which is a book I read before, and it's a modern update of Don Quixote.
Cool.
With schizophrenia.
Okay.
And windmill generators.
Yeah. They're just windmills. Or whatever.
But, like, they're not a grain windmill, like
I
an
know.
electricity windmill.
I know. I think they're just windmills.
No,
Or
I'm sure they're
fans.
wind turbines.
Wind turbines, yeah.
No, because you can't just call them windmills, because we already had just windmills.
Yeah. Okay. If you can't tell, our brains are
It has been a very tiring weekend because Lindsay told us that this was a walker-friendly city, and just because you can walk everywhere in Ottawa doesn't mean you should.
Look, not everybody is apparently at my level of walking.
Yeah, because you're like the only person in our friend group who still plays Pokemon Go. You've acclimated your legs to it. Whereas I stopped doing my running as soon as the marathon was over, and Ryan has apparently turned into an old-ass man with grandpa knees. You can't hear me from the bathroom.
Look, I'm not always playing Pokemon Go.
But you play it enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were walking for 2 hours and Ryan died. And I think I died too, but I just kept moving anyway.
He turned into a zombie.
Yeah, I'm a lich. I'm a lich. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother.
What else is there? I don't know, there's a comedy that I want to see.
Which one?
The Death of Stalin.
Oh yeah, I still haven't seen that trailer.
Okay, come over.
Okay. Brian, you're gonna have to edit this next part out.
This can be like the reaction video or whatever.
General Secretary is lying in a puddle of indignity. I want to make a speech to my father's funeral.
No problem.
Technically, yes, but practically.
When I said no problem, what I meant was no problem.
They would have wanted the committee as one.
All those in favor carried you unanimously.
We need change. Well, let's see who could mobilize first. Oh, seems to be me.
Sneaky little shit.
The race has started. We need to stop putting together a plan.
You run and plot at the same time. I have no idea what is going on.
I'm the peacemaker. I'll fuck up anyone who gets in my way. Come on! Hey, Betty! Flattering fanny! Hit it! Hit it! Shoot her before him, but make sure he sees it. Kill him, dump him in the pulpit. I'll leave the rest up to you. I need your help.
We'll have to report this conversation. Threatening to do harm or obstructing any medical proceeding in the process of looking your fucking face. I think I can take a flesh lump in a waistcoat.
What happens? It will never let any harm come to you. I may as well just shoot myself like mother.
Push it out, take a shit on your own. No, you did not. Stalin will be loving this. I'll take it from you. Come on, ladies.
That's Michael Palin.
Yeah.
You know, all of you
already been released at TIFF. The UK release is coming up. I'm waiting for the international release.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah. Oscar worthy, in fact, and I'm usually not excited for the Oscars.
Okay, so is Steve Buscemi playing Gorbachev in that?
No, Gorbachev is way later.
Oh, okay.
He's playing Khrushchev.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
But he's the one who ended up winning out.
Yeah. He's also the one who banged his shoe on the podium at the UN, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did the whole "we will bury you."
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
is that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question. The general guy. Why do so many of them have the scar that, like, starts around the eye and then goes straight down and looks like it's supposed to be a monocle? I see that pop up in so many, like, just things.
I don't know, aesthetic? I gotta look up if Georgy Zhukov actually had, like, a scar there. Well, maybe he did.
And it's like, if you're a bad guy, you gotta have the monocle scar, basically.
That could just be Jason Isaacs' face.
No, Jason Isaacs has a perfectly symmetrical face.
I showed him the Death of Stalin trailer.
I wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah. So
we can
we'll
talk
do,
about it right now.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do Death of Stalin and then we'll do Star Wars.
Yes. So Lindsay, what's the death of Stalin?
The Death of Stalin is about the death of Stalin.
Really?
Okay. So, back in the
In the USSR.
Back in the USSR, old Joseph Stalin finally dies, officially of a stroke. Beria claimed that he poisoned him, though I heard that might have been a rumor, but I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, apparently the stroke was such that he could have been saved if people weren't so scared to go and check on him. Hence that whole, should we go and check?
Don't.
And the other guy's like, should you shut the fuck up before we're shot? And then, yeah, it's about the scramble of everybody around Stalin in that inner circle to try and get power and not get shot, and the drama with the two surviving children, because, oh boy, did they have daddy issues.
Yeah.
Given that Stalin was an absolute beast to deal with.
The monster.
Yeah. Like, Svetlana references her mother's suicide, which was rumored to also have been a murder.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Is murder.
Both of the boys attempted suicide, and Dad reacted very differently to each one of them.
Oh yeah, because that's not going to mess you up.
Yeah, so the one son, he tries to kill himself, and Stalin takes him aside and gives him, like, some shooting lessons, just to, good father-son time and all that.
Some good old father-son bonding.
Yeah,
time.
and then the other one, the one that we see, the drunk, Stalin said he should have shot himself straighter.
Dumb.
Yeah.
I gotta be
So the first son, he ends up dead in a German POW camp. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the other son, yeah, he had a pretty terrible life. Svetlana ended up defecting to the US as soon as she could.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Don't blame anyone trying to escape the dourness of Russia. The constant Russia-tude.
The constant pain.
Yeah. I also like how everyone, isn't even bothering really with the Russian accent.
Yeah. They're just going with their natural
Blatantly
accent.
British, he's just shouting British slang at them. From the creator of In the Loop, too.
Yeah.
It's like if you're watching, whatchamacallit, All Quiet on the Western Front, and oh yeah, they're German characters, but they're just all British actors.
Hans,
And I
do you think we're the bad guys?
I don't like to think about it, Franz.
We have skulls on our hats.
I said,
Are we the baddies?
are we the baddies?
So anyway, yeah, Death of Stalin looks absolutely amazing. Taking
Yes.
a serious historical event and drawing all of the absolute ridiculousness that happened from it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yes. I'd like to see it.
Yosh.
Yeah.
And you know what else I'd like to see? Is Star Wars.
Star war stars. Big war stars.
Big
With
war stores.
Big war.
No.
War.
No.
War.
No.
War.
No.
I
Star Wars, The
love-
Last Red-Eye.
War.
You are not Griffin McElroy.
No.
He's the only one legally allowed to make war jokes.
No. I don't
Star
even
Wars
like
The
war
Last
jokes.
Jedi. Jedi The Last Jedi looks pretty Star Warsy.
I've seen this power before. It did scare me back then. It scares me now.
God damn it, Ray, you're too swole.
Why you gotta be so fucking strong?
You got so jacked up.
Why
on the
you gonna
Force.
lose your hand, girl?
Like my
Don't
father
trust
before me.
the fucking Sith, man.
I mean, Kylo's stretching his hand out, and I'm almost certain that she's just gonna take the opportunity to cut it off.
You know what I want? I want him to go, psych! And then... oh, my hand! Like, you shouldn't trust me, bitch.
Third generation. Third fucking generation to have that happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so much. Yeah, people are kind of freaking out because it's too much of Kylo Ren. But listen, I don't mind getting some more backstory on him because I'm not really invested in his existence of his character. All he is right now is the guy who... Are we allowed spoilers for Force Awakens at this point?
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Kylo Ren is the guy who killed Han Solo.
Can't believe it.
But beyond that, and the fact that he was also
been a couple
Han's
years
son,
now.
we
Come
don't
on.
know much about him.
Yeah,
so I want more backstory so that my hatred of him can have layers.
Yeah, like there is apparently backstory in the novelization, but that's the
Ain't nobody
novelization.
got time for that.
Yeah.
In a room full of people who either read or don't read, being two people that read and one person that doesn't read but is trying to read, we got no time to read.
Well, we don't have time to read novelizations of films you've already seen when we're trying to read books that aren't movies or aren't movies yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like most people don't actually read the novelization unless they're super fans anyway.
Exactly. Though speaking of novelizations, I kind of want to read the novelization of the Power Rangers movie. Because apparently there's some extra scenes that didn't make it into the final film, like not even to be filmed and then deleted. And there's also a scene where, when they go out in their Zords, like in the movie, it plays Go Go Power Rangers, but when their Zords are going out, they're singing Eye of the Tiger.
Nice.
But yeah, with Star Wars, listen, even if Rey is going with Kyle to learn about the Force, I don't blame her. Because a lot of people have played fast and loose, and if Luke is afraid of teaching her stuff, then that's on him if she's seeking answers elsewhere. Because even she is caught on to the fact that she's a big fucking mystery and she wants to know what's going on. And yeah, she's probably just going to use Kylo and be like, hey, can you give me the exposition? Here's the exposition. Sweet. Now give me your hand. Chop. Now I have a souvenir.
This is payment. Also, I did see a theory that I kind of buy quite a bit about, the whole, spoilers! Han and Kylo, the whole dead thing. In that, because of how the shot was framed, you couldn't exactly see who activated the lightsaber, and it could have been Han doing it.
Han, yeah.
So that, because apparently to become a full-fledged Sith, you have to kill a loved one, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And Han knew there was just a little bit of life. Ben was still there, so he did it for him.
Yeah, because there's another theory that Han has slight Force sensitivity.
Yeah.
Like, he would never be a Jedi.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
He's in tune with the Force. He just can't really use it for his own ends because he never trained for it.
Or maybe he just, he can simply, sense stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's just
He has a very strong...
oh shit, I feel it!
He's got a very strong sense of intuition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like that idea that this was, his last-ditch attempt to save his son, or at least give
which
his
also
son
makes me really buy into the whole like the line he says after like thank you, like
And then that.
But
also,
Chewie still has all right to be fucking
yeah.
pissed.
He's going to rip off an arm.
Yeah, and so it makes a lot of sense then that one of the major shots of the trailer is Kylo gunning for one of the rebellion ships, and Leia's staring at him from it, and they both look really morose and conflicted about everything.
Like,
Yeah.
Because
not sure about this.
if Kylo is still has to kill a loved one to become a full Sith, and so then Leia's the last person left that he could kill.
Yeah.
that
that's...
could lead to like a defection from the Order, maybe.
I don't think so. Maybe he'll get a bit of a redemption arc, but I think Kylo should be dead by the end of this movie.
He probably.
Otherwise,
should.
it's gonna be too close to the
Yeah.
original trilogy, and that was the big complaint, was that the first one was too close to the original
But
trilogy.
doesn't this one also give off some serious fucking Empire vibes?
Well, that's the sort of thing with
Insane
this
amounts.
with the
Yeah.
series, is that the second movie is always the dark one.
Yeah.
And then you'll have some hope in the...
Also, I want to talk a little bit about my boy Finn. And that dude, he's got the anti-son of a bitch stick. He's beating the shit out of people with that now. But yeah, he's coming back strong.
And that speech that Poe gave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm excited.
And then at the end of the movie, there's gonna be a slow-mo kiss where Finn and Poe ride each other and then just fucking make out.
Do it, Disney, do it!
And then, like, a choir of porgs flutters past. I'm gonna buy 6,000 porg Funkos.
I just want a pork funk plushie. That might be better.
I'm gonna buy 6,000 porg Funkos and make a house out of them that can house my 24 porg plushies.
Anyways, that's quite a bit of Star. I think we're all collectively very hyped for Star Wars.
Yes,
Yes.
it's hard not to be hyped for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars hype, just going on to another thing, also a book just came out called
Star Wars.
No.
Damn,
Yes.
revolutionary.
Fuck. Nah, I've completely forgotten what it's called. Thanks.
certain point of view or something?
Yes, from a certain point of view. Thank you, Lindsay.
Oh yeah.
It's a collection of short stories and essays about Star Wars that just came out. It's got a bunch of cool people like Kieran Gillen, who wrote The Wicked and Divine and the latest Young Avengers run. It's got Griffin McElroy of Mabim Bam fame. It's got Nnedi Okorafor, who is like currently the face of Afrofuturism. It's got Zoraida Cordova, who wrote Labyrinth Lost, which is one of my favorite YA novels of my past year. And other cool people. And I really want to get that before the movie comes out.
Neat.
Cool.
Neat. I do want it. I saw it at Chapters when we were there. I was like, this looks neat.
This
And then
looks
I passed
cool.
by.
This past weekend was just me finding a bunch of stuff to put on Amazon wishlist. Like, hey, kids,
I already
buy this
put
for my
all the
birthday.
stuff that, like, I was at the fucking words. I put all the books I wanted to get on my wish list now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I was trying to make a wish list earlier, and Amazon kept saying that wish lists don't exist. So I had to get on the help chat. And even they're like, I don't know what's going on. We're gonna like get a programmer involved. Give us a few hours.
So,
What else is there?
There,
Oh yes, the New Mutants.
yes, the New
Oh,
Mutants.
Yeah, heard about that.
Different from the old mutants.
Meet the New Mutants. Very different from the old mutants. So yeah, this is Marvel's attempt at horror.
Well, this is Fox's attempt at horror,
Well,
technically,
yeah.
because it's X-Men.
Yeah. Because the X-Men are not Marvel. That's not a Marvel property.
They're Marvel, but they're not Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
You can blame Marvel, but you can't blame Marvel.
Then where's my X-Men in Marvel?
Decades.
Damn.
In decades.
I'm never gonna see them in MVCI.
Never.
Never.
Yeah, actually, you're
Never ever.
You're more likely to get like an X-Men versus Street Fighter movie than you are getting the X-Men in the MCU.
X-Men versus Street Fighter. Oh, that would be great. Play that again. Hell yeah.
Yeah, New Mutants looks
New
interesting.
Mutants. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan's there.
From Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And we've also got Arya from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
And if you watched season 5 of Teen Wolf, the Electric Wendigo, who was there for 2 episodes, he's in it too.
Shout out to the
Cool.
Teen Wolf fans.
Shout out.
Shout the fuck out.
The show's done. You gotta get your kicks from the New Mutants and Jane the Virgin.
Shout. Shout. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, you know when I last heard that song playing?
What?
When we were in Hot Topic yesterday.
Yeah. Fuck. Except that was a
That was the
Disturbed cover.
playing
Instead of,
while they
Tears
showed
for
clips
Fears.
of Aggressive Retsuko.
Yeah. That show's great.
Listen, I take back everything bad I said about Hot Topic. Because they have really good stuff there and really great deals.
They do.
Yep.
I got some hats and a shirt.
I got some hats and a toque.
I now got a points card.
Yeah.
I got a 21
We
Pilots
abused
toque.
that.
Yeah.
I got a 21 Pilots toque because I am that guy.
Yeah, you are. So back to New Mutants.
Smith.
Yeah. Trailer was very spooky. It's also coming out on April 13th, 2018. My birthday, when I turned 22 that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
only big event on that day.
Yeah.
That's not like related to any webcomics or anything.
No,
Nope.
not at all.
Not at all.
Not a single one.
Nothing.
Not big Ryan has a big day that is not shared with any stupid bullshit that teenagers like.
Nope.
Not at all.
Like, to even suggest that would make Ryan do a double acrobatic pirouette off the handle.
And then physically manifest in your house and steal your food. You don't deserve it, Amy.
I'm physically manifesting in your house so that I can quit Walmart.
You don't deserve this big Toblerone. I'm telling you this now. If you're thinking about the thing that happens on my birthday, and it's not about my birthday, you don't deserve this big Toblerone.
You know what's funny? I bet none of our listeners have any idea what we're talking about. So now they're going to start looking it up. And now then they're going to
And
find
then
it.
they're gonna know. And then they will know not to know.
You played yourself, Ryan.
They know not to know, because if they know, then they shouldn't know. I will come for them.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Did we find any other pieces of news?
I have a few bits of news.
Okay, thank God.
Weird Al, he's got a new tour coming up that is not going to be like any of his previous tours.
Does it come to Regina?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
So Weird Al's tours are normally like there's costume changes. There's a bunch of acrobatic shit going on. It's a grand spectacle,
It's
basically.
secretly, he's just been Cirque du Soleil the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much. Like him jumping into custard pies. It's great. It's a good time. But this coming tour, which is titled Weird Al Yankovic, the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour, which is gonna not have as much of his like parody stuff, and it's gonna be more intimate.
Okay.
You'll still get songs like Albuquerque and
Weird Al comes to your house.
yes, and like you still get songs like Albuquerque, Frank's 2000-inch TV, just all like. It'll still be a Weird Al show, but it's not going to be as weird. It's going to be more about Al. Emphasis on Al.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope this comes to town. They'll be announcing all dates for his 2018 North American tour tomorrow morning, October 13th. Oh, there's dates. Let's look at this. Is he coming to the good place, the good life? He's gonna be in Toronto at the Danforth place. I don't fucking know. He's gonna be in Des Moines if you're
Willing to go down to
going
Iowa.
I mean, Minneapolis is a lot closer.
Chicago, Milwaukee.
Now we're just in Texas.
Yeah, looks like it's mostly states.
God.
Just do
Oh, Edmonton! Regina!
Oh!
He's gonna be at the show lounge!
Nice.
Yeah! We good!
June 1st.
June 1st. Yeah! We're gonna see that! It's also gonna be a Medicine Hat. God.
And he'll be in Montreal, so you can go too.
Yeah.
Yay!
Or Toronto.
Or T-Dot, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be closer.
I can take the
1000.
train.
You can take the train to either one. Such a sophisticated way of traveling.
Yes. Nice and luxuriant. Don't have to deal with fat people sitting next to you.
Well, I mean, you kind of do, depending
Okay.
on. 'Cause
But like, not like
it's
a
not like on the
plane.
plane when the guy doesn't understand that the middle seat gets both fucking armrests. Because guess what? They're in the middle seat. It's how that works.
I was fine.
You was fine.
It would have been better. I was sitting next to one of the cute Ultimate Frisbee boys. If any of the University of Regina Ultimate Frisbee team boys are listening, hi boys. What up?
Hi, boys.
Any of you single, ready to mingle? Are any of you ready to experiment?
Are you ready to throw down
Are you down to clown?
Pound Town?
Yup.
Yeah.
Also, there was a cat on one of our flights.
Speaking of cats,
It was a really articulate cat because its meows were so clear. I thought it was just a child going meow, but no, it was a cat just speaking very clearly.
Speaking of cats, Swery's cat RPG, The Good Life, it's going to be moving to Kickstarter after missing its fake goal.
Okay.
So, Good Life is this game by Studio White Owls, which is headed up by one of gaming's more oddballs, Swery, who is a great guy who follows me on Twitter. Thanks, Swery. And his game was a combination of cat RPG, management sim, and murder mystery game that launched on Fig. And if you know what Fig is, do either of you
No.
know
I've
what? Okay,
never heard of it.
Fig is like it's a crowdfunding website, but instead of like just putting like money down on a pledge, you are investing in the product. You are a investor.
Okay.
And that's something that may have driven quite a people away because they're like, I don't understand this weird website. I don't trust being an investor. That's too much power. And its original goal of $1.5 million, they only made about 37% of that goal.
Ooh.
So, rough. Yeah. Also, like, that game had a major uphill battle. Like, the announcement leaked early, and then when it was shown at PAX, no one really got, like, what is this game supposed to be? No one could understand it, basically.
Okay.
Like most sweary games. And, after, well, the failure of Fig, he's gonna, like, they're still gonna work on the game, and they're gonna go to Kickstarter next time if they try crowdfunding again.
Okay.
So, hopefully, Good Life ends up coming out. I would like to see that game. It's weird, like all of his other games. Like, what's the description on that game? It's like, it's in like some British town, and you are an investigator looking for, like, trying to figure out this murder mystery, and everyone in the town turns into cats at night.
Okay.
Huh.
It's weird. It's a weird game. Looking forward to it. Hopefully someday. Sticking with games. IGN acquires Humble Bundle. So the Humble Bundle, you know what the Humble Bundle is.
I mean, vaguely.
Okay, so the Humble Bundle basically is like, hey, you want these games, like a little batch of games every month, or if there's like a awesome games done quick or summer games done quick, the Humble Bundle will have like a bundle of games that are being at those kind of events, and
Okay.
and like just every month there's a new batch of games that you can get a humble bundle, and all that money goes to charity.
Okay.
Cool.
So they have now been partnered up with IGN. So the big question is like, why? So apparently this is more on like the marketing side. Like Humble Bundle will still do what a Humble Bundle does.
So it's still all going to charity.
It's all going to charity
Okay.
and everything. And like this is going to be more terms of accelerating their growth as a company and raising even more money for charity.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So they have so far raised, there's a number around here, I could have sworn. Since its inception back in 2010, it has raised over $106 million for over 10 million customers, from over 10 million customers.
Cool.
All of which went to charity. So, yeah, hoping this partnership all works out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, I want to talk about the big story from, like, last week. Something that we didn't get to cover.
Oh.
Because we didn't cover
The
anything last week.
Szechuan.
Yes, Rick and Morty fans losing their absolute fucking collective minds over Szechuan sauce.
I'm so glad that I never got into Rick and Morty at this point. I know
Yeah.
the show itself is probably good, but I don't want to be associated with fans that do that.
Yeah. So for those who don't know,
So, the big thing is, this was all McDonald's. This had nothing to do with the actual
yeah,
like,
because
showrunners.
McDonald's
Oh
didn't.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't get any of the copyright
Yeah,
sort
no.
of stuff for this from Adult Swim.
Yeah. This was all marketing.
Well,
from-
did they even say a Rick and Morty event, or were they just like the
No.
yeah?
That-
all
they
said
just
is
said,
the
"Oh yeah, the
Szechuan
Szechuan sauce, the
is gonna
Szechuan
come
sauce,
back."
we got it." And they had like these specialty packs that have like a little plastic film over them that have like Rick and Morty inspired stuff, but it doesn't explicitly say it.
And
Because
then
they just knew because they knew that the fans, those
Well-
weird fans, would blow it out of proportion.
Yep.
yeah, and then there's it was very limited supply. So
Yeah.
like I was watching Radio Dead Air, and Nash, who's now based in Atlanta, he was saying how there was one McDonald's in the entire city that had 60 packets of the Szechuan sauce. So he did go down there. He saw that they had sold all of the Szechuan sauce, and he's like, kind of disappointed, but I got errands I gotta run anyway. So that's like how you should react.
That's how
Yeah.
a normal adult would react. But this more or less proves that a lot of Rick and Morty fans really don't understand what Rick and Morty is.
No.
Like, the big message in Rick and Morty is supposed to be like, hey, don't be a fucking sheep. Don't let big companies take you over, take you for a fucking ride, bud.
Yeah.
And instead we get this bullshit that is the exact opposite of how these people who proclaim themselves to be as smart as like-minded intelligence.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
you got to be
God.
of a certain IQ to appreciate the subtle humor of Rick and Morty and all of that. And it's just like, boy, come on now.
Every Rick and Morty meme has been so overblown. Like, pickles.
I'm Pigoric. Jesus.
That's not where's the joke?
Where it like there's
Yeah.
so many.
Where's the joke?
There's so many better jokes in that show. There's just so much more to that show, and just the stupid shit is what rises to the top. Some would say the cream is what rises to the top. Nah, it's the grinds that have been rising to the top for Rick and Morty, because people are fucking idiots.
Yeah, and it's the people who like to say that they're intellectual.
Intellectual.
So anyway, McDonald's fucked up royally, and they should be paying their employees better because a bunch of them.
Man, they don't have to put up with this bullshit.
Yeah.
This is like on a whole other level of they actually don't pay me enough for this.
Like, if I were working at McDonald's and, you know...
I'd want to die, first of all.
And if I saw that crowd, I would just be like, here's my apron, I'm gone.
Yeah. I'm taking an extended
If I
bathroom
look back at the, like, box, the cardboard box that has about, like, 50 or 60, these little packets,
Of Szechuan
and I
sauce.
see this giant-ass crowd of, like, 500 people, I'm going to the back, and I'm not coming out. I'm sorry, my shift starts later than I thought. It says right there that you're starting at 4. Like, nah, it starts at midnight.
I'd just be like, if I were the manager and I knew that this was gonna happen,
I'd lock the doors
I would
and just
leave.
throw it out.
Yeah.
Here you go, you fucking Koreans, fight for it. Fight to the death for your filth, your blood money.
I wouldn't even do that. I would just like take the box before they showed up at like midnight or whatever, place it out in front of the.
Just fucking. Well, then someone
Lock
just takes
the
the
door.
box, and that's probably the best case scenario.
Yeah.
It's like, we just left the box out there. Whoever got it first got it. Y'all get fucked. But also, isn't Szechuan sauce like insanely easy to make? It's just ketchup and teriyaki.
Yeah, basically.
And you can also buy it at your local grocery
Yes.
store for like
Yeah.
$3 a bop.
Yeah, and a lot more.
There's
like,
so much more ways you could have gone about this.
like
fellas.
I know.
And you know
Look,
what? I would have shelled out money for the Mulan Szechuan sauce, which is
Yeah.
why I really shut up. But that's because I give a shit about Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know what's getting a live-action remake soon? Mulan. They're probably gonna bring the Szechuan sauce back for that too.
Yeah.
And then
So-
people actually know.
You gotta be an intellectual to get to sell humor in Mulan.
So what else is going on? Oh yeah, Tanner. Once Upon a Time's back.
And that's all we need to know about that.
There's a new poster out for the movie adaptation of Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda,
Yeah.
which has since been retitled Love, Simon. And
I think that's a lot weaker than what
Simon
could've
versus
yeah, I don't know. It kind.
I like it when titles are a bit like out
It's
there.
the book
Yeah.
title is way more unique, but I think the movie title fits better because it's like the whole premise is he's sending emails to this guy he met, and they're both anonymous. And like it's building up to him eventually. Instead of saying "Love," my screen name here, it's "Love Simon." So I think it does fit better. But yeah, the book title is more interesting. But anyways, the fact there's a poster means that soon there will be a trailer because it comes out in March of next year.
Yep. And
And the last thing I want to talk about is the Overwatch update. The Halloween event is back. But the big thing is that you can photobomb.
okay.
So, with this whole update,
yeah.
like Junkenstein's Revenge, it's basically a horde mode. And,
They'll rue the day that they laughed at Dr. Jameson Drunkenstein!
the Reaper comes.
My minions never die.
Yeah. But whenever those little intros happen, you can just fucking jump into frame, basically. So, like, here's an example of Soldier just like, yeah, you know, being there right when Junkenstein's monster shows up. He's like, ah! And then, Widowmaker just wants all the attention during Mercy's, very grand entrance as the witch. And, one of my personal favorites, again with Junkenstein's monster, just a powered up McCree just hanging out, looking like a fucking demigod.
Nice.
But this is my ultimate favorite. This must be the work of an enemy stand. Yeah, Soldier. It's the best. I'm throwing these up on screen, by the way. Yeah, that's the best. That's my favorite. Oh yeah, I also bought 50 loot boxes in Overwatch because I'm a goddamn psycho.
You're a disaster.
I am a whale. But also, I wanted that shit. I want it. I need it. I gotta have it. Please.
Should we tell them about Loot Crate? Or, you know,
What?
from the podcast?
You mean the thing I already know about?
Okay.
They're not paying us to talk about them yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Please.
Hey guys, I'm a whale. I like free shit. Yeah, that pretty much does it.
Yeah, we covered a lot of shit in that one.
Yeah.
God, how long is this one?
Hour and 10 minutes.
Oh wow,
Oh, wow.
we're
Yeah.
efficient.
Yeah. Guess
Any-
that does it.
any last words, Lindsay? Since we
what's,
won't be
what's
seeing
coming
you?
up, guys?
Well, you're going away.
Uh,
I'll be coming to visit you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get the last word since we won't see you for another 3 months.
yeah.
What do I say?
Well,
Whatever you want.
first of all, what are you looking forward to coming down the pipeline
I'm looking forward to
within the next week?
Within the next week?
Yes.
God.
Well, what are your plans? What do you plan on
I'm
watching?
looking forward to. I don't know what I
Playing.
plan on watching. You know, I think my plan is I'm finally going to record a video.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have some video recordings that I got down here that I'm going to make into a video. So maybe this week look for a new channel update finally on Tanner's Books and Beyond.
Yeah, you
on
should.
YouTube.
Woo.
How about you, Rye?
Well, first I'm going to send you some audio from
Nice.
the maple syrup hose, maple cast,
The Maple Syrup Report.
maple syrup report. That's it. It's like the Rick Mercer report. Also, I'm sad to see the Rick Mercer report go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Canadian institution. Another Newfoundlander without a job.
I salute you, Rick Mercer. For me, I've now got a lot of time on my hands, so I'm gonna just crack down, do some editing on things, and also start working on some projects. I may start streaming some stuff.
Cool.
I'm thinking, because I just it took me a while, but I found a fucking ROM for it, but I'm gonna maybe start streaming a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's a fun thing to do.
I might
don't
join
wanna
you
do
for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Watch you.
Watching, I'm probably gonna try and crush Voltron this week while looking for a job.
Yeah.
I also am going to apply for EI. So
Yeah.
hopefully
You'll be
get on.
fine.
I should be fine. Hopefully I won't need it for long. Fingers crossed. And yeah, besides that, trying to get used to not having a job for a little bit. Hopefully it won't be for too long.
Yeah.
How about you, Linz?
I got some errand paperwork things I gotta do. Like, I gotta renew the passport and all that.
I also need to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot my passport.
You can
I'm
now
fine.
you can now renew it for 10 years.
Yay!
Yeah. So just do it and forget it for a decade. Woo!
I'm like, oh, fuck, it's 27.
27.
Shit, I need to renew this.
Yeah.
I'm now 31. Fuck.
You still live at home with mom.
No, I don't want that. No
Okay.
offense, Mom. I don't want that. I don't think she wants that.
Yeah, that
No
is
one
true.
wants that. Unless you are like that. Then please.
Yeah. So, gonna continue my studies and work, and I'll probably continue watching this new comedy that I found on Netflix, Norseman.
Yes.
Yes.
It has a very Monty Python kind of feel to it.
It's got history and comedy. It's great.
Hey, let's play a little game called Dig Me Out of This Hole. Whack! Ow, fuck, you stupid fucking kid. Whack.
You son of a whore.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Alright, you
And-
want to close this out, or is there anything more?
No, my life is very boring.
Yo,
Sorry.
Goddamn. Down.
I'll find something to do
Yeah.
that is interesting and creative,
Yeah.
other than writing fanfic.
Yeah. Also, web series about writing fanfic. Not like there's a billion of that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
booktube seems a bit... Well, then again, my taste with books and all that, I might find a niche.
Yeah.
I might be one of the few people who actually reads nonfiction. So, anyway, yeah. That's what I'm planning on doing. So what should I say for the end? I don't
Whatever
know.
you want.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Close this out.
So, be good, be safe, don't let her see you.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables.
Stay in school. Please, for the love of God, stay in school.
Stay in school.
Don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone.
That just reminds me of the thing like, me is single. Clickbait. But what if he's cheating on you? Me. No. God, that's my favorite.
And, I don't know.
Slap
Stay
about-
sexy
and
don't get murdered.
We still-
Please don't sue us, Karen.
Please don't.
So you're from Ottawa. You are?
No, I haven't seen. I haven't
Okay.
seen it actually. Also, what?
Listening to
No, I
my
may listen
favorite.
to it. Maybe. That Chris Benoit one got me interested because I'm like, that was a horribly tragic day that almost destroyed an entire industry. Literally.
Anyway, from Ottawa.
It's Saturday night.